neurochemicals are working a certain way, and it's beyond our comprehension. And I believe it goes beyond neurochemicals, what we experience. But don't get me wrong, that's what it takes in order to have an experience that isn't of this perception. If you were to antagonize an MDA glutamate receptor, what happens is that you open yourself up to the experiences that allow you to experience reality. But it's not reality, right? That's what a lot of people think is not really a part of actual reality. It's just a figment of our own mind, a non-physical. And I know that everything is physical technically. However, I can't just speak to you without even talking. I can't really do that, can I? But would you say it might be a coincidence that me and one other person experienced the same landscape within an out-of-body experience that matched the description I gave him perfectly of where dextromethorphan brought him? Very trippy, yeah. I've gotten to a point where, when tripping with a friend, we started having the same thoughts at once. I know, I seem like a madman. I think telepathy is possible. I thought, this was just an abstract of my perception, but I think it might go outside of my own perception. I don't think it's just as simple as being an abstract of my mind. I think my mind didn't really create that. I know that it put me in that realm, but I don't think that my mind created the realm. And if it did, I'm just curious, how? Here's the out-of-body experience that I had. Standing on top of a hellish tower of sorts, and I'm going to make a reference to this later on, but right now I just want to give you a description of how it was for me. And I was looking at my hands, seeing that they were purplish in color and scaly-like. And looking ahead, I saw a very reddish sky, and it looked like there was craters, within the landscape. I remember in another dream where I had the same purplish scaly hands when I was moving my hands trying to get out of the bed that I was in, and it was hard for me to move. I felt like I was frozen to an extent, but I could still move my arms over to try to push myself out of the bed. What do you think makes my mind create the same visuals in a different circumstance in this dream? When someone dies, we don't question that they are no longer a part of this reality, and this reality existed outside of them. But who's to say, when you die, this wasn't all just a creation from your mind? I'm just saying, that if this physical world exists outside of our perception, do you think that the same would apply to the world that dextromethorphan could bring you into when you're having an out-of-body experience?